Hey there, I'm Cello, and since last week's video was pretty heavy, I kind of wanted to talk about something that I'm not totally clueless about. So, I've made a few videos now, and you might be starting to get an idea of who I am and why I'm here. that rhymed. But I want to talk about something that's worse than people hating Marmite. Bad cultural influence. I don't know where the fuck it came from, but there are people out there who talk about a British accent like it's a real thing, or ever was real, like they don't actually know what Britain actually is. Wait. You literally don't. Let me just say something insanely clearly. There's no such thing as a British accent. Repeat after me. A British accent does not exist. If you're from England or Britain or the UK and you're under the impression that such a thing does exist, and believe me, I know you exist, I've seen you on the YouTube comments on Dan and Phil videos, then you, my child, are very, very wrong. Very much mistaken indeed. Take a look at this handy diagram which you can find on Google. Take a look at these parts to the right: England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland and Ireland. These are 5 individual countries. Now each of these countries already have their own stereotypical accent without even coming to terms with the other accents that exist within these countries. Great Britain, or just Britain, is the name of the island. It's a landmass. Now, strictly speaking, and I am going to police this because it means a lot to me, I'm revealing right now that it is not a country. How can something that's not a country have an accent to begin with? But I guess it does have England, Scotland and Wales in it already, but that's at least 3 accents. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, or the UK for short, is what's known as a sovereign state, which is where one centralised government represents and rules over the other components in the state, aka Cameron, Prime Minstrel. Now, the British Isles, which links in again to the fact that Britain is not a country, this includes the whole of Britain, as we discussed before, but also the whole of Ireland added into the mix. They're not part of the UK, because they don't like us. Concluding that, I then move on to the accent dilemma. If you think that Britain means the whole of the fucking UK, then, you know, the British accent should be and then obviously if you recognise Britain to being the island which England, Scotland and Wales are on, then you combine the accents somehow and surely that would be... No, you literally couldn't do that. It would be a traditional English accent, plus a traditional Scottish accent, plus a traditional Welsh accent, and it would probably sound like you were trying to regurgitate. Now, when y'all say British accent, I'm pretty sure what you mean is English. But you don't even know the extent of how much you are wrong anyway. England probably having the most variation of the way we pronounce things, ever. Take a gander at this fucking map.
Wow!
Now that's just scratching the surface, to be perfectly honest. There are subgroups within these too. Not only that, but nothing on these lists is what a British accent even is. Traditionally, Tom Hiddleston and other Super Wholock faves speak in what English majors know as received pronunciation, or RP, or what you can sarcastically dub as the Queen's English. It's not even really an accent. It hasn't originated from anywhere apart from posh twats pretending they're better than everyone else. You mean me? Just as a side point, I know that American people tend to argue that British people always say American accent when referring to any accent from America. You then fail to realise that America is one country, where all the accents originated from certain settling places. You know, our collective countries all have different origins. You wouldn't say European accent, would you? Or continental accent? You know, literally, if France, Spain and Germany don't share an accent, then how can we? Oh, but Aaron, they all speak different languages. Well, yeah, so do we, in a way. I mean, they're not exactly the primary language, but the same rule still applies. Ireland has Irish, Wales has Welsh, and Scotland have Gaelic. All of it is still the same bundled deal. I hope this has been educational. I honestly do. Stay tuned, arseholes. British people, wake up!